Hello everyone. Welcome to my Facebook Live today. This is Sale-a-Bration Sunday and we are featuring the Flight and Airy DSP, and this is the beautiful box that we are going to make today. I can't wait to show you guys what's inside it. I'll show you guys in just a second, but we're using lots and lots of patterns of that DSP, and I just love this DSP. I was a little surprised by it, I'll be honest. I wasn't sure that this was one that I was going to like, but I ended up really loving this one. So I hope you guys like this one too. We're going to make this box. There's a few little steps involved in it, but for the most part this is a really fun box to make. I'm just trying to find myself on my computer. Thank you guys for joining me. I don't know why I'm not showing up. I see you guys there though. Hello, good morning. While I try to find myself, while I try to locate myself, let me go over Paper Pumpkin for this month. February, well, not this month. February's Paper Pumpkin, the subscription period is now open. You can subscribe to February's Paper Pumpkin. Right now, my January Paper Pumpkin, I think is arriving tomorrow, if the tracking is correct. Sometimes it's not correct, but it says that it's at least in Albuquerque, so that's helpful, right? So I don't know why I cannot find myself. I am hoping that it arrives tomorrow. And if that's the case, I am going to try to go live tomorrow. But you guys, I'm going to be honest with you. This week is a little bit bananas. We have one orthodontist appointment, dentist appointments. It is just a bizarre kind of week. Okay. All right. So, you know, if you'll have to be patient with me this week. I'm hoping to go live this week on Monday when my Paper Pumpkin shows up, but again, it's a crazy week with kids' appointments, and this is Spirit Week for my son's school, and he's running for, well, he's not running, he's been nominated for Winter Ball Court, and so it's a busy week, and we're throwing in some dentist appointments just to spice it up, because, you know, why not? but I am hoping to go live with my January Paper Pumpkin, and if I get February's, or I won't get February's, but if you want to get February's Paper Pumpkin, make sure that you subscribe. There's a link in the video description. And you guys, Sale-a-Bration, we are in the middle of Sale-a-Bration, and Sale-a-Bration is a great time to get some 3, 6, and 12 month subscriptions. If you want to pay for Paper Pumpkin all up front, this is a great time to do it, because you can get Sale-a-Bration freebies with those Paper Pumpkin subscriptions. So it's a great time to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin and get extra benefits with it as well. I'd like to prepay some of my subscriptions during Sale-a-Bration, because it really helps me out. All right, we have our mini catalog that is amazing. I keep finding more things in here that I need, so I'm trying to hold back. I'm trying to resist, but it never fails. I keep finding things. So if you have not looked through this, if you have not found amazing things in here, then you know, I don't know. There's amazing stuff in there, but if you are shopping, please head to my online store. This is the host code for January. Please use this for all orders under 150. Orders over 150, you're going to start earning Stampin Rewards, so don't use that host code over 150. But all orders receive a PDF with 3 exclusive projects, and if your order is over $50 or more, you're going to receive the make and take kit that coordinates with that. And don't forget that you're going to receive the make and take, or with $50 as well, you're going to receive the Sale-a-Bration products as well. My goodness, you guys, my brain is not working today. Okay, Sale-a-Bration. This is our phenomenal sale. This is my favorite promotion of the year, because you guys get rewarded with every purchase you make. Today we are featuring this Flight and Airy DSP, and I'm going to show you that DSP in a little bit, because in the catalog I was like, those really aren't my colors. The pastel colors, they're not really for me. But man, when I got this paper in person, it just blew me away, and I'm going to show you guys it in person because it is stunning. But there are $50 options in here that you can earn for free. And then there are a couple of $100 options, like the Jungle Pals dies. We've already featured those. And then there's a couple more $100 options as you go along. Now, as you keep going through the catalog, you're going to come to this page, the join page. This is the best deal in the catalog right now. When you join Stampin' Up, you pay $99 and you get to choose $125 in product. With that, you're going to get the Glass Mat Studio for free. That's this amazing glass mat. I have not even scratched the surface of all the techniques, everything that you can do with the glass mat. You're also going to receive the silicone mat, which I have here, which I just love. It's kind of like stuck in my drawer. Hang on. but it has a silicone mat. There's lots of techniques that you can do with this too. And then it also comes with a cleaning cloth as well. So don't discount this glass mat. It is fantastic. But if the glass mat maybe isn't for you, which I totally get, maybe you already have one, or maybe it's just not set up for your workspace, that's totally fine too. We have an option too that you can choose $155 worth of product for only $99. So that's a pretty awesome deal. So today for my sample starter kit, I've been doing a sample starter kit every Sunday during Sale-a-Bration. So today for my sample starter kit, I am going to show you $155 in product, in case maybe that's the option that you want for your starter kit, which is totally fine. We all want different things, and that's totally fine. So you still get the same demonstrator benefits. You still get a discount. You still get to see products early. You still get to order products early, and you get to be part of my team. So you still get all of those incredible discounts, but it's just a second option. So this option is $99. You get to choose $155 in products. So that's what I'm going to show you today. And for this starter kit, I had in mind like the crafter who already has a lot of stuff. They already have a die cutting machine. They already have lots of ink pads. They already have lots of cardstock. So we don't need any of that. So they're going to stock up on dies and bundles. So that's what I'm going to show you guys today. So the first one up is the Perennial Postage Bundle. This is a great bundle. It has lots of amazing shapes, and they all have that like postage stamp edge. And it has amazing greetings. So you're going to want this one, the Perennial Postage Bundle. And then I threw in this one, which I haven't even got a chance to play with. This is the Thoughtful Moments Hybrid die and embossing folder. So I'm going to play with this one, and there's going to be some videos coming up with this soon because I am just so intrigued by this. And I love the hybrid folders. They're so fun. You put the die inside and it embosses and cuts at the same time, which is just remarkable, and it's so fun. It's such good technology. So this one is full of greetings as well. There's hello, thank you, celebrate, love you, thinking of you. So lots of really fun greetings. The dies are going to cut all that out. So this bundle as well. And along with this bundle, I threw in our brand new brayer, which again, I haven't had a chance to play with. These are brand new to me. I just got these. But I can't wait to play with these. So that's all in the kit. And then just some standalone stamp sets, the Filled with Happiness. These are so much bigger than I thought they were going to be. And they're just really good images, really good, it's a really good stamp set, and these greetings are great. So I threw that one in. And then I threw the Planted Paradise in. We already have a lot of greetings here with the two bundles that we have. So I wanted this one. This one gives you some amazing basic cards. You can do so many things with this. I saw a demonstrator make a walrus with these, which is just so phenomenal. This is a reversible stamp set, so you can stamp either side. So if you just want a solid image, you can stamp the back side of this one. If you want the more detailed image, you stamp the front side, and all of the stamps are like that, so that they're reversible. So this is a really fun one too. And then just to finish it off, we had about $7.50 left. So just to finish it off, I threw in the neutral sequins, because those are going to be a great embellishment for any project that these make. So that is just a quick little sample of a starter kit that you might want to get for $100, or you get $155 in product. You get you only pay $99. Starter kits also have free shipping. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but you get free shipping on your starter kits. So if you're a person who loves a good sale with free shipping, you're going to love that starter kit. All right, let's jump into our project for today. If you have any questions about Sale-a-Bration or joining, I'd love to talk to you. So you can leave me a comment or send me a message. I'd love to talk to you further. So this is what we're making today. We're going to use that Flight and Airy DSP. So let's take a look at that. The Flight and Airy DSP you can get free with a qualifying $50 order. One side is very bird themed, but the birds are beautiful. They're all watercolored. This would make great cards, great scrapbook pages. If you don't like the bird side, the reverse sides all have these amazing neutral patterns. This is like a pecan pie. I don't know what this is called, but it's just like a little background. Very neutral though, so you can use this year round. This one I love. I've seen lots of cards where people are just cutting these out with ovals or circles and then just using these as the focal points. These are so beautifully painted that this is really all you need. But again, that reverse side, this is Lost Lagoon, like leaves or ivies. Very, very beautiful. And again, this is going to be great for any project throughout the year. So if the birds don't appeal to you, make sure to check the reverse side. This is just beautiful, like boho blue watercolor. I think this is boho blue. Maybe Misty Moonlight. I'm not sure. This side, gorgeous little birds. And then the reverse side is just this real soft floral pattern. Again, beautiful for any project. Again, more birds. And then the reverse side is like this fresh freesia kind of splatter painty kind of look. Very, very pretty. And then this one, this is so good. This one is great for fussy cutting these birds, and that's what I did today for my project. We're going to fussy cut a couple of these birds out of this sheet, but the reverse side is more like petal pink flowers. So very, very pretty. Very kind of soft and delicate. The pastel colors are really thriving in this one. But we're using 3 different DSPs on here. We're using that pecan pie one, the Lost Lagoon leaves, and then we're gonna fussy cut 2 of those birds. So lots of different DSPs on here. So are you guys ready to see what's inside? It is so cute. So I'm calling this my Get Well box. So this is a box you're gonna give to somebody who maybe isn't feeling up to their, up to their full standards. So in here I have a little pack of tissues. There's a little pocket for some cough drops, and then there's a chapstick in here as well. Now this is just what I put in mine. You can like take this out, you can put tea bags in here, you can change these for whatever you want. This is just what I put in mine. These little dividers, I'll show you guys these little dividers can come out. So if you don't, you can either glue them in permanently or they can come out. So you don't have to do what I've done. You don't even have to configure it the way I've configured it. You can leave them completely out, and then you just have a really big box for anything. But I thought this was a really cute idea for maybe just a neighbor or a friend who's just not feeling well. You can just leave this on their porch, and what a good gift this is. Okay, so let's start with our box. So you're gonna need a piece of lemon lolly, and this one is pretty big. This is 8 by 10 3/4, so it's almost a full sheet of cardstock. You're just gonna trim off a little bit of it. So let's put this in our Simply Scored. And I forgot to mention, you guys, if you guys are watching this on Facebook, please share this with your crafty friends. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel. It really, really helps me, you guys, and it's completely free for you. And especially by subscribing to my YouTube channel, you never miss a video. Okay, so on the 8-inch side, we're going to score at 1 1/4 on each side. So 1 1/4, and then I'm going to turn it all the way around, and we're going to go 1 1/4 on this side as well. Okay, now on the 10 3/4 inch side, we're going to score it at 1 1/4, at 4 3/4, at 6, and at 9 1/2. So this is going to be our box. Now this is just going to be your basic clamshell style box, and we'll get into trimming it in just a minute. And we've made tons of those little clamshell style boxes before, so it's going to be easy trimming. Now for the 2 inserts, we're going to do a little bit of scoring. So as long as we have our scoreboard out, we're going to do that. So one of the inserts is 5 1/4 by 4 1/4, and on the long side, we're going to score it at 2 1/8, 3 1/8, and 4 1/8. That doesn't look right. That's not right. What did I do wrong on there? Oh no, that is right. It's correct. Trust me, that one's good. And then it's been a while since I've made this box, so I had to kind of refresh my brain. And then for the second insert, you're going to need a piece that is 3 1/4 by 4. And again, on the long side, 1 1/8, 2 1/8, and 3 1/8. And all of these measurements are in the video description, and they'll also be on my blog. So don't worry about writing anything down. Everything is going to be in the video description. Okay, grab your bone folder. It is your hero for making boxes. I'm going to make this nice and sturdy, crisp edges. It's going to look very professional. Okay, so go around, burnish every score line, and the trimming is pretty easy on this. It's the same on both sides, and there's nothing fancy. So let's do our trimming. So I'm going to hold it in landscape, and there are 3 squares on each side. We're going to cut straight up on the rectangles next to each of those squares, and then we're going to notch in on the squares. Just like that. We're going to do that on every square. So on the 3 on this side and 3 on the top. Okay, just like that. So we're going to go straight up the score line here, and then we'll just notch in. Take that out. Just kind of debulk this a little bit. Okay, so this week I will be live on Thursday instead of Wednesday this week. Like I said, this week is bananas with orthodontist appointments and dentist appointments, and I don't know how they both ended up on the same week for the kids, but that's what happens. So we're just gonna have a house full of people with sore mouths this week. And my poor daughter, she's a trooper though. I know that those orthodontist appointments must hurt, but she handles it pretty well. I'm very impressed. I don't think my son would handle it as well, but she handles it very well. So I'm very proud of her for that. Hopefully just another, I say just another year, but it's already been a year of braces for her, but I think we're still looking at another year. Oh, braces. But oh well, that it is what it is, and she will have the most beautiful smile when the braces come off. Okay, so through all that talking, I cut up straight on all of those rectangles, and then we notched in on all of the squares. Before we start assembling this, I do want to put my DSP on first. So I'm going to flip it over because it's going to assemble up like this. And so I'm going to flip it over. This is symmetrical, so at this point it doesn't matter which is the top and which is the bottom. So just choose a side, and we're going to add some of our DSP. All of the DSP is, the measurements are in the video description, so don't worry about writing them down. So we have this big piece of DSP, and I'm using that pecan pie pattern, and this one is 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. This one's going to go right here. I have a piece that is 1 inch by 5 1/4, and this one's going to go down here. I also have another piece that is 1 inch by 5 1/4, but this is a different pattern. So when you're looking at the measurements, just know that you're going to need 2 that are the same size, but they need to be different patterns. This one's going to lay on top, and if you had the same pattern on top, it's just not going to stand out. So make this one a different pattern. We're actually going to set this one aside. So we have this one, and then we have the 2 for the sides here, which are 1 by 3 1/4, and you'll need 2 of those that are the same pattern. So let's start assembling these down. I'm just going to grab some, Stampin' Seal, and we'll just start assembling these, just a little bit on each one, and you're going to have like a 1/4 inch border around the edge of them. Okay. These all go flat, and we're gonna do some punching in the front, which is why I want to adhere the DSP first. Normally I like to assemble my box. Before I put on my DSP, because if I've done any scoring incorrectly, I don't want to have my whole box decorated and then only to realize that my scoring was bad and I have to kind of take apart my whole box now. So I like to put my DSP on after, but for this one, we have to do it in advance because we have to punch. And once it's together, we're not going to be able to punch. So we have all of our DSP on there. Now I'm going to use a fancy little punch down here. This is just for a thumb notch. You can use a circle punch. You can use a square punch. You can use anything. This is just a little helper to help you open it. I'm going to use this handmade tag punch. And we're just going to get this little fancy edge here. You kind of have to put this in a weird angle because this punch is kind of diamond oriented, and we just want this little edge here. So I'm going to try to center this as best I can, and then just kind of get that little edge just like that. So we're going to punch that, and we have that beautiful little edge to our box. And now we're ready to assemble it. So on all of the squares, I'm going to go with some Stampin' Seal Plus, tear and tape, liquid glue. That would all work perfectly as well. But this one's handy, so that's what we're going to use, and it's quick for the video. For boxes, I do like the Tombow glue. It's super strong. It does take a few minutes to dry, but it's totally worth it. All right, now for the bottom. Now the bottom is going to be the pieces without any of the DSP. For the bottom, we're just going to line up the score edge with the cut line. And we're going to go all the way around and do that to all 4 of these sides right here. Okay, just line those up. Line this up. And this one as well. Okay, and now the top is the exact same. I'm just going to line up the score edge with the cut edge, just like that. All right, so this is our lovely little box. So it's going to just close together just like a clamshell. So it's a clamshell style box, just like that. Okay, so cute, right? And we didn't have to worry about our DSP messing anything up. So we are perfect. We're ready to go. All right, let's fold and burnish on our little insert pieces here. So I made them 1/8 of an inch shorter, so just so that the box would still close. But you want to fold it into I don't know, a W, an M, a V, whatever you want to call it. But this part it's going to go in and make the insert just like that. So you want the 2 outside score lines to be valley folds. You want that middle score line to be a mountain fold, if that makes sense. Okay, so I just said that and then I had to question what I was doing with this one. Now this one is the one that I was like, oh, I scored it wrong. My dog is trying to break in my craft room. So if you hear like banging on the door, it's just my dog trying to get in, I think. So sorry guys. So this one that I said, oh, I scored it wrong. I didn't score it wrong. This is exactly what we want, because we want this longer side to line up on this side and this shorter side to line up on that side. And that way it sits nice and flat because it's going to hit both of those edges. Now, if you want to make these permanent, you can put some glue on the inside here. You can put glue here and then stick them down completely and they're going to stay nice and stuck. I don't want to stick these down permanently. If somebody wants to repurpose the box, that way they can just take these out and they can repurpose the box however they want. We're going to put the smaller one in first. There is a longer side on this side than on this side. So the longer side is going to go facing the wall over here. And then we're going to make sure that's nice and straight. And then we're going to put this one in with the longer side facing the front. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So that makes our little dividers. Isn't that cute? Super cute. And we don't have to glue anything down. Once we get everything in here, it's all going to be weighted down. It's going to be fine. You can put the little travel size tissues in here. These I got in a huge pack at Costco a while ago. It was a long time ago. I'm not sure they sell them anymore, but I still have them. And then we're going to fill up this little panel with cough drops. Again, you can do tea bags. You can do whatever you want. And then I'm going to pop out my little chapstick and pop that in there too. And you can even put a little note in here. I mean, this one has a little bit of extra space, so I would even maybe do some like, ready shreddy, just some little crumbles and pop this up in there. Or you put more cough drops or whatever you want in there, a little note, that would be fine too. But it's all separated with these cute little dividers, which I just love. So we're going to close up our box and we're going to finish decorating the front. Okay, so we have our piece of DSP that we talked about earlier. That's going to go on the front. I also have a piece of vellum that is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. That's going to go on here too. And that's just to kind of help spotlight our birds a little bit, just so that they don't get lost in that background. And I have already fussy cut my 2 birds from the DSP. And I want birds that are kind of going to be facing each other. On our sample, I have 2 birds that are kind of facing each other. These are 2 completely different birds. So, there are lots of birds in that DSP, so you can choose whichever ones you want. So these are just the 2 that I pulled out. Now we do need one more thing. We need a greeting before we start adhering everything down. So I'm going to pull out a greeting from the Wonderful Thoughts. I'm going to show that bundle to you guys real quick. This is in our annual catalog, but this has amazing greetings, especially for like thinking of you or sympathy. This is a really good one. And there are dies that will cut out all of the words. So no fussy cutting for this one, just the birds. And I just have a scrap piece of white. And so I'm going to ink this up in Lost Lagoon. And then we'll die cut it. So perfect. Move my ink out of the way. Oh, I just stuck my hand in the stamp. Okay. I'm going to use some Post-it note to hold this in place, some Post-it tape. I'm just going to line this up with word greetings. The die kind of gets like right on the words. So sometimes it's always a little bit challenging to figure out if everything is lined up correctly. But just hang in there. It'll all work, I promise. I'm going to pull out my little cut and emboss machine today. This is our boho blue one. It also comes in white. So you can get this one, and we're just going to die cut this one. It's just a small die, so I didn't feel that we needed to pull out our big machine for this one. Okay. So let me put this one off to the side. This one stays on my desk, and I find that I can fit most dies into that little one, so I always have a cut and emboss machine on hand, and it's at a lower price point. So if you are looking for one but don't want to spend a ton of money, that's a great one to choose. So peel our tape off, and we have our perfectly die cut greeting ready to go. Put that die over there so I don't lose it. Okay, so let's start assembling let's go ahead and assemble or put down our vellum. And this one, I'm just going to put one kind of strip of adhesive just kind of toward the bottom, right below half, because we're going to cover that up. And I'm going to put this on just kind of off-centered, kind of toward the left. And I know we can see that adhesive, but don't worry, we're going to cover it up. I'm going to grab some baker's twine from our 3-color combo pack. I'm going to grab the lemon lolly one that's going to match our box. And we're going to tie a bow in here. So I want a double bow. So I'm going to fold it in half. And we're going to wrap this around the DSP. And we're going to tie a bow on the right side. So just, oh goodness, on camera. This is probably something I could have done in advance. With baker's twine, I like to tie a knot first, kind of like an anchor knot to hold it down. But with the double bow, we're just going to go for the bow. All right, not too bad. Not too bad. I'm going to make that a little bit smaller and grab my ribbon scissors. This one little loop here we're going to trim, and then we'll just trim our ends down there. I want to make this one just a little smaller, this little loop. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, we'll put our twine off to the side. We'll get rid of that. And now we can throw this down onto our box. So adhesive on this too. Now because this is a box, you could pop all of this up with dimensionals. We're going to pop our birds and stuff up, but all right, so this is going to go right across that DSP. I'm just holding it to make sure I can get it straight, and we're just going to make sure that we're covering any adhesive from that vellum, just like that, okay? Now, let's get some dimensionals onto our birds and our greeting. So a couple on the back of each bird. I'll peel off the backings on those, so we're ready to go. And this bird as well. And one for the greeting. And mini dimensionals are good for this. I'm actually going to cut this dimensional in half because it's a little big, but mini dimensionals would work just fine. And we'll pull off the backings. Okay, so everything is sticky. We're ready to go. So let's put these on. So this bird I want on this side. And this one we're going to just overlap a little bit on this side, just so they're kind of looking at each other. And then we're just going to stick our greeting right below them, just to kind of cover up their feet, just so it doesn't look like they're just floating. This just covers up their feet, and it just gives them a place to kind of stand. So cute, right? Oh, I just love this DSP. All right, we're going to finish this off with some iridescent foil gems. And we're going to use these to our advantage. Because the DSP is kind of popping up, or the vellum is kind of popping up. You can actually stick some adhesive, some glue dots or something behind the birds to further hold that down. But I'm just going to use one of these little foil gems. I'm going to pick it up with my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm just going to overlap it between the DSP and the vellum, and that's going to help hold it down. So we're going to use that as part of our adhesive. And we'll just add one here and another one down here. And there we go. That finishes our little Get Well box. Super cute. I think if you give this to anybody who's feeling a little bit under the weather, they are just gonna love you. They're gonna think you're so thoughtful, and they're really gonna remember that you thought of them. So I'd love to know what you guys think about this. Remember to share this if you're on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel. That really helps me out. And you know, if you are placing an order, please head to my online store, use the host code for January. Sale-a-Bration is a great time to join my team as well. If you have questions on anything, please let me know. I will be live again on Thursday this week, and I will make sure to give you guys a time. It'll be 9 a.m. on Thursday for sure, but I'm not sure what we're doing. Probably something really cute. Next week is my Sale-a-Bration catalog go. Next week we are doing, I don't know where it went. Here it is. Here's my Sale-a-Bration. We are doing the trusty toolbox DSP. And you guys, I have the best idea for this one, so I cannot wait until we make this one. So, oh, I can't wait. So you guys join me next week. I'm still working on that one. It's a work in progress, but I think you guys are really gonna like it next week. So join me for the trusty toolbox DSP next week. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Bye.